This video covers everything in last week's class. We're going to begin with our usual Qigong session just to bring the mind and the body into the class. So we're going to relax the hands and shoulder, suspend the head from the crown, sink the chest, relax the whole waist all the way around, bend the knees a little bit, and you can have the feet as wide as you like really. If you want to stretch, you can have them nice and wide. If you just want a gentle movement, then you can have them shoulder width or a little wider. We're going to start with the breathing regulation. Sinking only as far as you're comfortable. And turning and expanding a ball. Opening right up. And now we're going to do step forward and push with palms, pushing in the same direction as your front foot when you step. And the cloud hands hug the tree, move the tree with both hands, turning the waist, moving the body weight. Swap the hands at each end. When you're going to the right, your right hand is on top, elbow lower than wrist. When you're going to the left hand is on top, elbow lower than wrist. And then coming back to the center and sinking the chi. Only taking the hands as high as you can. Any problems in the shoulders, keep them low, or you can stretch all the way up. And one more. And close with your left. Right hand fist. Balance is the one thing that a lot of people want to improve, and so this week we're doing a little bit of work on hip opening and balance. We have done this exercise before. It's very useful for learning balance. I'm going to add a couple into this actually. I'm going to start with just moving the weight from one leg to the other. So as you move the weight across, you're pushing downwards, putting pressure downwards into each leg. Because if you try and stay upright, you'll either push your hip out or you'll lean to the side. So we need to keep the body alignment. We need to move and sit into the leg that we're moving across to. Sit into the leg, move across, sit into the leg. This is the basis of your balance. Knee is bent, sitting into that, pushing through the foot. Roll the tailbone under. And then from there we can do quite a lot. So for any of these balances, you are going to the height that you are comfortable. So if that means putting the toe on the floor for the rooster or the heel on the floor for the kick, that's fine. The idea of this is that you should try to keep your weight on one foot when you do your toe touch the floor or your heel touch to the floor, because that will start to help your body learn how to balance and it will strengthen your balancing leg. So obviously do the same on both sides. Gradually you'll be able to lift that up a little bit more and do the kick a little bit more. You never know, you might even be able to come all the way up at some point and do a nice kick all the way out. Not necessary, you don't have to do that. If you can lift your knee as high as your hip and push your leg down, that's as far as you need to kick. I'm going to start on the left side, move across to the right. And then you're going to lift this left leg. I'm mirroring, by the way. You're going to lift this left. You're either going to sit on the toe or you're going to lift it up into your rooster. Then step out, move the weight across. Either on the toe or lift any height in your rooster. The higher you can get, the better. A good nice stretch in the hips. Put the toes down or the foot down. Move across, push into that leg that you're moving across into. And don't lift up when you lift the knee. Just keep the body the same, pushing through that leg or foot with the knee bent. Put the foot back, move the weight across. You can keep doing this as much as you like. That moves us into another exercise where we can actually lift the knee and push out and bring it back. So if you're doing this on the toe, you can still turn the leg out, bring it back in, step back, move the weight across, lift to the height you're comfortable, turn out, bring it back in. Move the weight across, up, out, in. each time you're kind of trying to aim to get a little bit more rotation, a little bit more mobility through that knee, through the hip. Now some people will do a turn that goes around. They may bring it back like that, or they may just go all the way around. Now for some people that can hurt or make the hips click. So we're just going to do a straight out, turn in. That's it. Good, good. Last one on this side. Lovely. So that's a bit of opening the hips and rooster balance. Now let's add some kicks into this. We don't need to add hands. We don't need to worry about the hands. In the one of the shibashi sets, there is an exercise called something like small boy kicks legs. And that's basically what we're going to do. It's kick with heel to the height you're comfortable. So if you need to do it on the heel, again, keep that weight going through your standing leg so that eventually you might be able to lift up. And then move the whole body weight across in one line. Lift and kick. So a few people have done the shibashi with me. So you'll know it's lift, out, in, down, move the weight, lift, kick out, back. This doesn't have to be high. Consistency is probably better than height on this one. It's a really good, again, hip and leg exercise. And also, of course, balance. You're also trying to retain control through each leg extension. So when you're lifting up, kick out, and then you are bringing that back without flopping down onto the floor or flopping back. So keeping that nice and controlled. And if you want to do the hands and make it into a full kick with heel, then obviously you can. Bring them into a circle, cross over. The hand that's kicking, the foot that's kicking, the hand goes under the circle or under the cross. And we'll just do one more. Lovely, so that's a little bit of balance and hip opening exercises for you. In the lesson this week, we would have also, hopefully in most classes, I'm recording this before the classes happened, so this may end up being the week after, but anyway, the plan is that we're also going to do a partner exercise in the standing tree or standing pole exercise, where we can watch a partner and see if we can start to see areas of tension in the body, areas where the body alignment isn't correct. Obviously, when you're at home, that's not as easy to do that unless you happen to be doing Tai Chi with your partner, which many of you do now. But because this is on the video and we're not going to be able to do the two-person exercise, we're going to just do a little exercise in the standing tree, so it's feet shoulder width apart. And this is basically being able to feel instead of look at somebody else. So you're feeling your body alignment and areas of tension. So you've got your crown extending upwards, sinking the chest, relaxing the shoulders. This sinking the chest is really important because without sinking the chest, relaxed shoulders, you can't open the belly up for breathing. And if the belly isn't open, then your waist is not relaxed. Tuck the tailbone under, that roots you in. Soften the knees and hips. They don't have to be mega bent, just softened nicely. And then try and release the tension from your shoulders. So some classes have done this with the sung in the shoulders. We're going to slowly lift. Elbows have to be pointed down because remember, as soon as you lift the elbows, it starts coming out in the shoulders. That starts lifting up. So we're sinking through the feet, pushing down through the whole foot, especially through the bubbling well, but making sure you can feel the floor through your whole foot, and then just being very aware of your body alignment all the way through, from your head, your chin. So the chin should be slightly tucked under, and as long as you're not talking like myself, your tongue should be just resting on the roof of your mouth. Shoulders nice and relaxed, of course. Obviously we don't want to be floppy. We need a certain amount of tension to keep this position, but we also need to keep the belly open, nice and relaxed there. Tuck the tailbone, again that roots down through the feet. And you can take some time to do this off of the video as long as you like, really. It's actually quite a really nice relaxing posture where you can really start feeling areas of tension. And you can play with this as well. You can straighten the legs and feel how it brings the energy upwards. You can lift the shoulders and feel how it brings energy upwards and how tense it feels. Lift the elbows. Feel it lift the shoulders. Feel these muscles start to engage here. There's all sorts of things you can do with this. Let the head drop forward. See how it feels in the back. Feel the back movement. Feel the spine movement as you move the head around for different positions. Slightly lean to one side. How does that feel? There's lots of different things you can do with this that will help your normal Tai Chi. It's very nice meditative relaxation posture, but it's also really good for helping your Tai Chi. And as usual, most classes would have done a bit of long form this week. So we are going to go through some long form. We're going to do the first 5 movements. So we're going to do the commencing form, ward off left, grasp the bird's tail right, raise hand, step forwards, and white crane spreads wings. When you're practicing this at home, there are a couple of things that keep coming out in classes. One of those is that when you've done your commencing form, you've rotated, I'm not mirroring this, you've done your rotation, step forward, and you've done your ward off. A lot of people are not paying attention to this front knee and it's dipping in on the rotation. So we need to really open those hips, open the shoulders. This is a whole body opening. You've got to push out, keep that knee in line with the toe as you rotate, rotate. You should be able to ignore the hands, look down, and your knee should be in line with your toes. You should be able to rotate, feel the hips closing as you come back to center, and then turn, feel them opening outwards as you push that knee. Also, I'm still seeing people Qigong with this back foot, turning it, make it feel more comfortable, or turning the front foot or turning both feet. No cheating allowed. This is a bow stance, forwards. So let's start at the beginning with the feet shoulder width apart. Fingers slightly touching the thighs. Think of your body alignment first, so just prepare your body and mind. Remember, everything's working together as one, so your mind has to be prepared as well. Sometimes it's nice to take a couple of nice deep breaths into the belly here before you start as well. So you've got the commencing form. I'm doing this to the rear so that you can copy, on the assumption that most people doing this video will have got this far. Move the weight left, turn right toes, start bringing the hand around. Remember this movement to the right, ball, need to finish at the same time, step straight forward with the left. Ward off left, rotation, opening hip and shoulders, keep that knee in line with the toes. Then your right grasp the bird's tail, move weight back. Turn toes, rotate palms or forearms or whole arms. Everything works as one. Move weight left. And here, if you are used to just changing to the heel, for the time being, that's fine to change to the heel because it keeps your feet shoulder width apart. At some point, we need to start practicing bringing that foot in, stepping back again. So stepping back on the heel, move weight forward 1 with the ward off. 2 is the rotate and grab. 3 is the roll back, making your ward off on that right hand. 4 is the connect and center. 5, press forwards. 6, open. 7, roll back. Make sure that opening and roll back is only as wide as your feet. 8 is the push. Then the single whip, we're going to add the numbers into this as well. So 1 is back and turn. 2, weight back, ball of left foot, push down. 3, hook, ward off, heel. Remember, these need to finish at the same time if possible. 4 is the deflect, toes down. 5, push forward and turn back foot before the end of the movement. Raise hands and step forwards, move weight back. Left toes, left corner. Bring the hands through the middle. Right foot goes on the heel in empty stance, so the weight stays on the back. And I mirror this, you end up here in this position as if you grab somebody's arm in the middle. You've stopped them punching into your solar plexus. So this is in the middle of your body. Bend on the front knee. Now I'll have the white crane, spreads wings, sweep down. Lift the right foot over, turn the right toes, right corner. Move the weight to the right, shoulder first, and then this ball finishes at the same time that you've moved this weight across. Open the wings, left foot comes in front, rotate palm, sink into that empty stance again. So this is empty stance on the ball of the foot, so the heel is just lifted a few millimeters. This time we are going to do, I'm just going to give you the movements, I'm going to do it with you, but I'm not going to give you any of the coordination points. You've got to start trying to remember these coordination points because that's what's going to make it flow. From the beginning, remember to take a minute here, think about body alignment, breathe into the belly. Commencing form. Ward off left. Grasp the bird's tail on the right. Slower that you can do this, the more likely your coordination will work. Note the turning down of the elbow. This keeps the shoulder down through the movement of the grasp of the bird's tail. Single whip. Raise hands and step forwards. And white crane spreads wings. Excellent. And we're going to just do a little bit of our finishing Qigong. So feet as wide as you like. Breathing regulation. We're just going to do a few of these. If you're at home and you want to add the breathing in, you're breathing in on the way up, out on the way down. Be careful in hot weather, of course. Or if you're not used to deep breathing. And then calming the chi through the center. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out to push down. And then bringing the hands down to the dantian, just below the belly button. Bring the feet in a bit, and let's have a moment of just nice deep breathing and relaxation. Nice clear mind, concentrate on the breath. And then we'll do one last nice big deep breath in for clearing. And out. As always, thank you very much. If you have any comments or questions, please put them in the comments section and I will get back to you. And if not, I will see you in a lesson soon. Thank you very much.